Welcome back to This Side of 40. This is your girl Lou. As promised the other day on my carpool ride, I am going to do my new full face routine and tutorial. So this is going to be a three-part video. So let's get into it by starting off with the eyebrows and prepping and priming our face. So what I've been doing for my face here lately is spraying it with my rose water before I even start. I have dry skin, so I just want to get hydration in before I go on to any other steps. Then I go in with my Aveeno products, and this one is the Max Glow Infused Drops. It's raining here in Arizona, and Air Fuzzy's been outside in the rain, so she's kind of wet if you guys hear her bouncing around on the bed. Those are just my dry patches. I go in where I'm the driest at with that serum and just make sure I get that in as best as I can to get rid of my dry patches. Then I go in with my Aveeno, and this one is Nourishing Dry Skin. I don't use a lot. But this is how I get my face ready for my makeup. So basically today's my day off. I've done a lot of little stuff around the house, and I wanted to do this tutorial, and I know in the morning I will not have time, because when I get up in the morning I basically like get myself ready for the day. This is that number 7 Airbrush Away primer. So I prime my whole face with this. And I can honestly say that I have noticed a big difference in how matte my face has been staying. With this, you cannot see my pores underneath my makeup, and it makes my makeup stay on all day. I have no complaints for this product. Definitely the number 7 brand products are very pricey, but I can definitely say that for this product I will be repurchasing, and the price is just gonna have to be the price. Now I do all of that, and then I let my face set in, so I'm gonna give it a couple minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I let that dry down. This is where my brushes are that are clean. I have my other brushes sitting right here next to it that I just got done washing. So basically I was watching, and her name's Brianna Marie, and she was doing her new eyebrow routine for 2020, and I took some tips and tricks off of that, as well as basically had to adapt it for me. Now I'm going through personal summers. If you're over 40, you'll know what I mean. Basically I'm going through a change. Most people don't talk about it, but I'm going through menopause, so that's that. This is the Ulta Mattifying Eyebrow Primer. I mean eye makeup primer. I can honestly say this has improved my eyebrow routine a whole lot, and it's made it so that my eyebrows don't move all day. Usually by the end of the day my brows are super glossy. They look like I have lip gloss on my eyes, and so this is what I've been doing to kind of get them together here recently. Now, one of my brows is higher than the other. When I was a kid, I fell off a ladder and broke my arm, and I had to get stitches in my brow. So this brow sits kind of differently. It's like I got a facelift on that side. So if I could find somebody to do that, then they would be even. But since they're not, it is whatever. Okay. So then after I do that, I go in with my lightest powder in my collection, the one I set my highlight with, and I set my brow area with it, so that way as I draw them on, it's something to make them stick and make the color pop more, because I use a brown pencil instead of a black one. Hold on one second. Okay, I had to let that dry down. So now that it's all dried down, basically what I do is I draw a line straight across. Since this brow is setting in the proper spot, I just follow that brow straight across. And this is gonna sound silly, but usually I just take, and I gotta find it. It's just like this piece of paper, and I go straight across with it. There, so I can make sure the line's straight across on both sides, because this eyebrow is way down here and this eyebrow is way up here. So basically what I do is follow the shape of this one from here up to that line and use this to create the front half, and then I go over here, same thing, go down and follow that up. Does that make sense? I know it looks super crazy, but it'll balance out. So then I go across here, fill in the front half, and I'll clean it all up with concealer and foundation, so it's not gonna look this cray-cray in a minute. So there I go, and I try to go, because this brow ends all the way over here, right in this area. So I try to make this one go all the way over here, right in this area as well. So I get it all the way up there, and I have to go through a long process to get brows, and I do apologize, but this is my new brow routine and it's working for me. I've gotten more compliments on my makeup here lately. In fact, one of the clients at our salon, we sell an eyebrow product, and she asked me to show her how to do her eyebrows. So that's basically, to me, like a tribute to this new eyebrow situation I've been doing. So go over here, find the corner, and come down to it. When I first started watching YouTube, when I was like maybe 13, 14 years ago, there was a girl named Platinum that had a YouTube video up on her brows, and she didn't have very much brow. She didn't have the same eyebrow problems I was having, but she didn't have very much brow, and she was the reason why I wanted to learn how to fill in my brows, because she put up this video and it was so detailed and made it so easy for people without brows. Now this right here is a mix of concealers that I have from my Shani Cosmetics palette that I got a long while back. So you guys give me 1 second. This is a Coastal Scents number 17 brush, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pick up my mirror. I'll be looking down, but I'll make sure I stay in focus. So this color I know does not match my skin very well, but it makes it so kind of like that P. Louise base. It holds my eyeshadows really good. One thing I've learned since I started doing this is that this eyebrow gel stuff actually has a place, because I never used to use it, but it actually helps out a whole lot. And I'm going to fix that one because this one's a little bit higher than that one in the front. But I'll be able to fix that. Just give me a second. Oh, my son's in there talking. Sorry if you guys hear him. So, I don't know why eyebrows have to be the hardest thing to do. And then go out. So there they go. And I just take this and get rid of this color in the middle. And I just follow up the bridge of my nose on both sides. And there goes the underbrow part. And this one I can clean up just a wee bit more. Now this one comes down more sharply than that one. And I see that and know that, and give me 1 second, I'm gonna fix that. Hold on. Okay, so this is an LA Colors palette I've been using for about a year now, and it's a darker brown, and this is a number, and this is an e.l.f. brush. It's an angled brush by e.l.f. So if they don't have a number on it, then I know it's an e.l.f. brush in my collection. So what I do is I just follow that line I had on the other side down over here. And I go in on the other side. And I have non-existent eyebrows, I know. Like, every time I put on my brows, I have to, like, tell myself, okay, it'll get better. I have had to kind of learn how to accept what I have here. I have to do a lot of cleaning up with my foundation and my concealer at the end of doing my brows, just because I really don't have a brow shape per se. So like my foundation, my concealer, and my eyebrow powders are really how I get my brows to look so nice. And what I've learned is, even if a palette comes with something I don't think I can use down the road, I'm able to use it. So now I know this brow up here has to be trimmed off. This one is perfect. It's my easiest brow to do. I do like the little rounder off the top. So let's get another brush. And this brush is a number 16 brush. And I use my Soap and Glory foundation in number 12. Okay. So this one comes up higher. This one doesn't. So I have to bring the height up on this one. I do a lot of work with powder. Okay, so now I'm going to take my concealer and I'm actually going to start on the back half of my brow. And on this one I'm going to start right here. Yeah, I know. Like this one has more of an arc, so I'm going to have to bring this part up on this side. And then follow that and slim it out back here. And then I go back in and with the remaining part, just clean up the front part of my brow and sweep that all up. Okay, now we're gonna do the other brow. See this brow, I got it here, here, and here. This one I have here, so I need to take off some of this front half. So here, here, and here. And then I just go in with my foundation in this area and start cleaning it up. Then I'm going to start back here. And then there goes my brows. Now I'll take a little bit of my foundation shade and fill in the blended part over close to the end. And the same thing on the other side. I'll come in here. And I just take my brush and go right back in there and darken this little area back up. Now they look like sisters. I'm not trying to get twins, but I am trying to get sisters. This one just has to come down a slight bit more. And I know everybody's doing their eyebrows super thick nowadays. However, I don't have anything for that, so this is what works for me. I'm not saying that this is gonna work for everyone. However, it has been working for me, and being that I don't like the overly big eyebrows, I like them to be finer. It just tells you how old I am. We were talking about this at the salon the other day. Shape of a woman's eyebrows tells you her age. Women who grew up in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, they like thinner brows. Younger women like those big, thick Brooke Shields-y brows. So there that goes. Then I just go in with my beauty blender and blend everything out. But it was just like, you can tell how old a woman is by her eyebrow shape now. Women who were born in the late 90s, early 2000s want those fuller brows. They try to make them look more realistic, and I have a lot of respect for that. However, I don't have any, so all I do is go in and try to make them look as nice as possible with what I've got. Not perfect, but they look a lot better than they do when I wake up. Much better. Still got a lot to work to do on them, but they look more like sisters than... I'm not expecting twins, especially from when I started off with. So that is what I do for my new eyebrow routine. I will be back in a moment, and I'm sorry it took so long for me to do my brows. 23 minutes for an eyebrow tutorial. Girl, I'll see you next time on This Side of 40.